Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer. And a beautiful hump day it is. Good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Sunshine stepping in with you on this cloudy Wednesday morning. But you know what? I tell you every Wednesday, it is all downhill from here in. But let's do what's real. Let's come on and talk about a few things before we get into the conversation that we're going to share with you today. I want to prepare everybody to please, as I always tell you, it's always best to be prepared than not. So you are watching the TV, you are listening to the news, you're hearing all of these storm predictions that's possible, but the word is possible. So I encourage you today to please always be prepared. Be prepared just in case. I was listening earlier this morning to, I think it was one of the commissioners that was on the air on another station I was listening to on my way in. And he was even encouraging people that there will be sandbags and everything given out today just in case. So my question to you, are you prepared? Do you have those 5 things that you need to have just in case? In Florida, you know we live on the Gulf Coast. So what do we have to do? Always be prepared. Always be prepared. Now, let's move on to the next phase, and I will continue to encourage you throughout the show to make sure you've got everything in order. I always encourage you to do one thing. Make sure you check on the elderly. If there's someone that lives at home alone during the day, make sure you check on them during any time like this to make sure that everything is in order for them as well. And we're going to be talking about things just as that today. Now, I always invite you to tell somebody else. Look, when you want to know what's happening in and around the Gulf Coast, you've checked into the hottest spot in town. That is Sunshine's Corner. And today it is no different because I've got the opportunity to have 2 young ladies in with me that's going to tell us about a senior event that's being planned that's coming up on Friday, Santa Rosa County. And Samantha and I had the opportunity, we have just become besties over the phone and on texting and all this kind of good stuff. But I appreciate the fact that we've got this information to share out. Now, it's going to take place on Friday.
Correct.
It's going to be in Milton, right? And we've got also Miss Faye Henry who's here today, and she's already a wealth of information. She's been telling me about things already. I mean, even down to the weather. But she is the director of Santa Rosa Community Services. And good morning, ladies, and thank you for getting up on this cloudy Wednesday coming in to join in with me.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, but of course. Now let's talk about this because I want everybody to get this. I was reading, I did the research, and what you guys are doing is absolutely phenomenal. And I see with this being a senior expo, I believe in reaching out to those who really need to help for things that they may not know how to do or where to get the resources and everything that they're needed. I'm going to go first over here to Faye because she is the director there of Community Services in Milton. Good morning, Faye. Tell us what you do there.
Well, we do lots of different things as far as our program is concerned. We're an RSVP, we're a senior volunteer, retired senior volunteer program.
Okay.
And we take people 55 and older and we put them out there working in the community to make a big difference. We have some major programs that we run, and that's our transportation program to get seniors that are unable to drive any longer to their doctor appointments. And we do that, and I'm going to just give you examples. We're at the 11th day of the month, and we've already done 34 rides this month. We did
34?
Yeah, we did 715 rides last year.
Goodness.
To doctor's office where people could not get on. Santa Rosa's got a small transit system that's a door-to-door program, but these are people that could not get a ride with their transit system or with their insurance. And
you provide all that for them. I mean, now that's got to be something right there that's really settling with someone who does not have the capabilities that they maybe once had, that they can know that when there's a doctor's appointment that's needed, they're going to miss it.
Yeah,
there's help there for them.
We're working with one lady right now that she's getting neuropathy in her feet real bad and can no longer drive her vehicle.
Right.
But we're getting her to physical therapy, and we're also getting her to a place that's going to help her. They're going to put hand controls into her car.
You're not going to believe that was in my head.
And so she's working on that language.
It's amazing.
So we're working with her for that. But there's so many that just cannot get to doctor's offices anymore. And we do this 5 days a week with volunteers. And the volunteers use their own vehicles. But we also run a we run 3 computer labs in the community, 1 in Navarre, 2 in Milton, where people can get technology help.
Absolutely.
It's gotten to the point a lot of our seniors don't know how to. They're getting these smartphones, but don't know how to use them.
Don't know how to turn these bad boys. Look, I didn't turn mine on silent.
And,
Make me think about something.
So they don't know how to use them. So we have people there that can help them learn to use them. They can help them do forms online and do things that they need to do online. We have computers there for them to use.
So it's a whole educational facility there that's even teaching them to keep them, I believe in the activity. When you keep that activity level going, that's also better for, instead of just sitting there not doing anything, right?
They have purpose.
A purpose, exactly.
And we're inside the Clyde L. Gracie Community Center, which is Milton Community Center. And they have a full array of exercise, socialization programs. They do lunch and learns every month. They do all that, and our volunteers help in those programs.
And
Absolutely.
bingo on
Thursdays
They have
is bingo.
125 seniors that come out for bingo on Thursdays.
Really?
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Well, you know what, Samantha? Now, let me say, Samantha Williams, I mean, you can tell that she enjoys what she's doing right now
it.
because she just jumped and she said, oh no, think about the bingo.
It's a huge hit.
Yeah,
It's a huge hit. The door prizes, everything. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but that's a great thing. Now, Samantha, you've got many titles.
I do. Yes.
But no, I think that's a strong, successful woman. When you got those many titles like that and being successful at it, come on. Now, tell everybody about Samantha.
Okay, so I am a senior real estate specialist
Uh-huh.
for Remax Infinity out in Pace. I help seniors downsize their house. If they have a bigger home and they want something smaller, more confined for them to, it's just them and their dog or just them and their spouse.
Right.
And they don't need all these extra rooms. Let's go down and let's downsize something smaller.
Okay.
Or if their family's coming in and their family's moving in to help take care of them, they need a bigger home. So we can look at it that way as well.
Really?
So that is what I do. And then also with assisted living locators, I help seniors be placed into memory care or assisted living or independent living as well.
See, did I tell you what many hats? I mean, and that's a great thing because I believe that when you've got the qualifications, when you've got the urge, when you've got the unction to want to do something to make a difference,
Right.
you'll find the time.
Yeah.
I believe that because you're already a full-time realtor.
Oh, yeah.
But yet and still, you are a successful one. Because I went back and I was reading up on you too. And I mean,
Thank you.
successful. But the fact of it is, with that success, you've taken that also that you can use that in the community.
Right.
To
yeah.
help people who are needed. I noticed you said that sometimes when people want to downsize, when they get to a certain age, or if they're all the kids, there's empty nesters and they've been gone for quite some time.
Correct.
So how does that process work? What do you do? I mean, how do they contact you and tell you?
Yeah, I'm actually all throughout the community. I'm at the senior centers in Milton. I'm at the senior center here in Pensacola as well.
Really?
I'm involved throughout the community in different assisted living communities as well. Any way I can get out there, because the more resources they need, the more assistance they need, I fill them in with more knowledge. So even with the hospitals, I work with the social workers and case managers as well through all the hospitals here in town, rehab centers, anywhere that they are around, so I can give them more information. Even if it's not just something that I can't fulfill within the real estate world or within the placement, at least there's other avenues out there that I can assist them with as well. So even there's also companies, Primary House Calls is one of them as well, and that can go to their home and sit down with them, and they don't have to go out to their doctor's appointments. The doctors can come to them. So there's different things that nobody even thought about that I can help guide them and give them more resources.
Really? I did not realize that a doctor would come to you. You know what, that takes me back to those shows I used to watch on TV. You know, when they said, well, June, I'm going to call, that's Leave It to Beaver. June, I'm going to call the doctor and he's going to stop by the house tomorrow.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if it's, as long as their insurance can cover that.
Of course.
And yeah, there's things out there that can assist them. But there's so many different resources out there. So
Now, that
to
is
fill
good to
them with
know.
some knowledge, yeah, it's great.
Knowledge is power. You hear me say that all the time. And listen to this knowledge that we're getting today. Now you can take this knowledge and apply it. I never knew that. The things that you're saying that you do, which is great. And then with all this, I see the connection here, how the two of you work together, you work off each other. You know, and she's got this sweet little smile on her face, and I mean, like, but she's so pissed. She was talking about earlier, even how we prepare for things like even with the weather, with what you got coming up on Friday, what you do to prepare just in case with this weather, how it is on the Gulf Coast. She was telling me about the last time I had, how many gallons of water you all had?
We had 1,500 gallons pumped out of the building.
I would have been swimming still.
Really. And give people a little more information. They used to tell us to prepare for 3 days of food and stuff. They're now telling people to do 7. Make sure you have enough water and food for 7 days before you can expect help to come in.
Exactly. Exactly. And please, ladies and gentlemen, don't take this lightly, because I say this still, we don't know which way this thing is going to go, but we're going to prepare for the good.
That's right.
Because now let's talk about what we've got coming up on Friday. And how did you come up with this? How long you've been doing this? Because when I watched the video, I mean, you did that very well.
Thank you.
You did it very well. And but this is huge. I see so many vendors there with so many things that applies to people that are going through at that age, or when they get to a point where they can't do for themselves, because things happen. Things happen in life.
Well, our expo is set up for seniors, but we have things for all ages. We even have things like Healthy Start there.
Really?
We'll have Oshner 65 there, but they're doing blood pressure checks. They'll do it for anybody that comes in. It's not just strictly for seniors.
Right.
We're having a blood drive.
Oh, I saw that.
The bus.
We have the Alzheimer's bus.
Right.
Okay, Alzheimer's bus, people think of that, okay, that's for people who already have Alzheimer's.
Nope.
It's not. It's for the families
100%.
that need to understand this. And they have all the new research, all the new stuff that they can pass the information out.
Absolutely.
But we have the health departments there with their whole array of different things. We have hearing companies there to check hearing and get you set up with that. And there is a correlation between hearing loss and Alzheimer's that most people don't know about.
Learn something then.
That's right.
And that was one of the most interesting lunch and learns we had was when they come in and started talking about the how hearing affects Alzheimer's.
Right.
But we're going to have insurance companies there that not just do Medicare, but do insurance for younger people as well.
Really?
We will have assisted living places and nursing homes, rehab centers in there. We'll have groups that like home health groups in there.
Everything.
We have
24/7 sitters.
Yeah, we have legal aid being in there. So,
Really? So this
we
is
have
really it covers everything.
Home improvement companies. But what most people don't think of, and our people that are the next generation, not our seniors, but the generation below them, their kids, need to be thinking about things. If something happens with their parents,
That's right.
where do they need to go
That's right.
get the information? Because, I mean, I've talked to people that are in this business and do this every day, but when an emergency comes up,
They don't know what to do.
It's like everything freezes and they can't remember where to go.
Really?
So, and in my office, I keep a brochure file where that has all these different places that you can come in and get information. We
Absolutely.
have the senior resource guides, street survival guides, things
gosh,
like
she's
that
got
in my
everything.
office.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. But you know, she said something here, Samantha, that was really important. I think that people got to realize. Now, sure, it is called, the labeling of it is a senior expo. But what I'm hearing is for the whole family.
Correct.
It's for everybody.
Absolutely.
When you said something that was really, really powerful, because there's a commercial that I see sometime, and it always, I don't care if I'm in the bathroom doing my hair, it causes me to think, when a loved one transitions, are you prepared? Do you even know what to do? Because number one, you're already dealing with the fact that your loved one has transitioned, but if you don't know the steps on things that has to be taken care of, all of this can be handled, and you can find what to do, how to set things up at this expo, so you can be prepared. Am I not correct?
100%.
We even have a funeral home coming in to talk to people about doing preparedness and pre-planning
For your funeral. A lot of people don't like to talk about that.
They don't. They freeze up. And they don't like to do anything until a crisis happens.
Exactly.
But you got to get prepared. Even, for instance, moving families into assisted livings or memory care, you got to have everything planned out. Even talking to an attorney, getting a power of attorney, a will, health surrogate, because if something happens, then the government's going to have a voice, not your family. So that's something else you really have to take in consideration as well.
Absolutely. And what we're going to do, we're going to dive into each one of those that she talked about. The will. I mean, even preparing, you can talk about getting prepaid for your arrangements. We've got someone, we're going to talk about that. They're going to tell you all about that. So stay close. If you've got questions, ask. The only questions that's crazy, I say it every day, is the one that's not asked.
That's right.
That's the only one. So stay with us. We'll be back with more information right here for you on Sunshine's Corner.
Navigating healthcare is hard. Baptist makes it better. With convenient locations, easy scheduling, and skilled, compassionate doctors, all when you need us most. The next time you need care, let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
Animal Allies is looking for volunteers, and there are many ways that you can help. From taking care of cats to using your computer and social media skills, any and all assistance is greatly appreciated. We have morning and afternoon shifts every day or help at adoption events. You can even foster a kitty at home. And it counts towards community service hours for bright futures. Find Animal Allies Florida on Facebook and Instagram, or go to aaflorida.org/volunteer.
In our democracy, your vote matters. Make your voice heard, get registered, seek out reliable reporting on the candidates and issues, and vote on or before November 5th. Visit vote411.org. This message is furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner on this Wednesday edition. You know, I usually tell you that on Wednesdays, I always give you something that's inspirational. How much more inspiration do you need? This is a show that's designed to cover every single thing that we deal with on a daily basis. And sometimes something we don't want to deal with, but it is inevitable because it's going to happen. And I am so pleased to have Samantha. And I tell you, Miss Faye right here, she is just so sweet. She's a gem, and I can sit here and talk to you all day long. I mean, it's just unbelievable. We talked about the fact, when you brought it before we left, about the wheels, power of attorney. These are people, they're going to be at the expo, right? And so what would you say to these young people, even to the parents who haven't got that wheel put together? Are those the itemized things that you want? Because you can have things, if you got a funeral home there, right? They'll do it just the way you want to be remembered. You know? So we got people like that there as well, right?
Absolutely. I highly recommend even doing young couples that are married.
Yes.
Do it now, because if something happens within your future, you never know what the good Lord will do.
Amen, because you never know when you're leaving here.
Absolutely. So always prepare for the children, always prepare for your loved ones, your family members, and just say, hey, I need to find an attorney, show up this week, this Friday, there's going to be some there as well.
Attorneys?
Even estate planning, there's going to be a estate planning attorney there as well.
She's got everything.
So we just, come on out, come meet everybody, come see what we got to do. It's amazing.
She said, come on down.
Come on down. Ask any questions.
Yeah.
Just truly help your families
No
in
doubt.
your future.
No doubt. You were about to say something.
We encourage them to get as much information in their hands as possible for all ages. But we do you start dealing with things that people are very uncomfortable talking about, funerals and things like that.
Yes.
So, but if you stop and think about financial part of it, if you prepay now and you don't need it for 20 years, well, the price of that funeral that you just paid $7,000 or $8,000 for here is going to be $20,000 by then.
Yeah, really.
Jesus, yes.
So, it can be a financial help to them in the long run, but people need to be talking to their kids. Not just a one-day event. They need to be talking to their kids about what they want, what they need, and making sure everybody's on the same page.
Absolutely.
Because end of life is very stressful for the family, not so as much so as for the patient itself.
Absolutely.
But for the families, and a lot of families fall apart because things aren't not planned.
That's exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
So
So that's why it's so important for everybody to come out this weekend, Friday, so they can get prepared, so they can learn how to plan. Even that will reduce the stress level right there. Because if you don't know where mother's policy is, if you don't know if mother has policy, you know what I mean? What is it that you're going to do? That's got to be hard to deal with. So that's why you have this expo. And I mean,
100%. Even the DD-14s, if they're veterans, where is that? Where is mom's or dad's DD-14s if they pass?
now what's a DD-14?
DD is like a veteran's.
Okay.
All their information. So if something happens, just even to have all that in a safe, the will, have it all in a safe, so you know where everything is, even down to if something happens, down to their phone information, how to get into their phone, how to get into their computer, how to get into all of their stuff, what's their social security number. Keep it all in one safe, all in one spot, so you know if something happens, it's right here.
Absolutely.
And you're not running around trying to chase and trying to figure out everything.
And see, everybody, what we're trying to convey to you today is the fact that you can go to this expo on Friday, and everything that we're talking about is accessible to you, so you can get that process started.
Correct.
And I mean, what time is it going to kick off on Friday?
8 a.m.
Oh, early in the morning.
Yeah, it goes from 8 to noon.
Oh, wow. So listen, come on, get up early. As my mother used to say, the early bird gets the worm.
That's right.
You know?
There's going to be treats there and everything.
And,
get out.
And there'll be door prizes. Our vendors bring in door prizes, and we have people go through the things. They turn in a form when they walk through. And even if they're not there when we draw the door prize, their phone number's on it. We call them.
You can still call and get the prize.
They get to come back and get the prize.
You see, they're rewarding you to come find out things that's beneficial for you. And, what better way to do that? I'm a 100% person behind anything about getting knowledge. Because, to get things taken care of. And I believe in the community. You should want that as well, especially when it comes down to, sure, this is labeled the Senior Expo, but I say this because you're the senior to your brother, your sister. You understand what I'm saying? But come on out and take advantage of this coming up, and it's absolutely free. It is absolutely free. So what more can you ask? You want me to write it down for you? No.
You want to speak you up? Come on.
Can't pick you up. But the fact that you got over there serving it to them on a silver platter. And I believe, I want to go back to reiterate this because I think back to when my mother transitioned. And which, I rejoice because I've learned from the good Lord above that I'm supposed to rejoice. And, I know she's resting, and when she wake up, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, though, let's make sure, because Mother had everything together. We knew where everything was.
Good.
And it was all taken care of. And I'm telling you, my dear friends, that is such a relief that you don't have to search for anything. She had it so together, and we knew what to do. So this is what we're saying to the younger generation. That quick flyby, hey, let me get this, let me see if I can find it on here. Now, if you want to put it on here, fine, but still, you said something also about these devices. Mama had a phone. Do you know how to get in it? You know, do you know how to unlock it? And you need this because there's a lot of information that you can keep on your device. But what prompted you to do this?
Well, how it all started.
Well, this is what happened.
Happened was, I used to work in hotels, and I was running and managing hotels.
Right.
And then after having my baby, I ended up getting into assisted living.
Right.
So I was in sales. I was a sales director in assisted living here in Pensacola, and I loved it. And I loved the residents, and I felt like I was at home. But everybody was asking me for realtors. Like, I need a realtor. And I'm like, why am I not just doing that?
Yeah. That's right.
And then I can help all the seniors. So I ended up getting out and became a senior real estate specialist. So I help seniors 55 and older. And then I partnered up with another company, Assisted Living Locators, and I can help place.
Right.
And then I partner up with an estate planning, estate sales. So I can do estate sales, sell their house, and move them all into an assisted living one-stop shop.
You know what? And your personality is magnetic. So I'm pretty sure that people that you're working with, because, you know, personality is the first thing that a person's going to, well, I don't want to deal with her.
Right.
I don't want to talk to her. But you see, with the smile, with the personality that you have, and I'm sure the people that you're working with, they just please and they're relaxed.
They're family.
Yes.
They turn into family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is so easy. And I could just see that with the smile, with the, oh gosh, she's so enthusiastic. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's a good thing. And I think that we need more than that because you're not the type person that I see with their arms folded.
No.
That means don't come any closer.
No.
You know? And but you have that. Faye has not crossed her arms not one time.
Right.
Because you're telling everybody what they need and you can feel comfortable talking to Faye. And you've got all that information. Ooh, lordy, lordy, lordy. But now, Faye, how many days, are you there every day at the center?
I'm there most days at the center. I've got a man there that's there in the morning.
Right.
That helps me with my transportation, making sure the phones are answered when I'm not there. Because on a couple of days a week, I go out and teach a Tai Chi class, help keep seniors up and mobile. It's for arthritis and fall prevention. So we do that, and then
Faye is all around. Man, she's teaching a class. That's what I'm talking about.
We just finished a class about living with chronic illnesses with our group, and we've got AHAC in there, which is the Area Educational Center. They are in there teaching a class on it's called Matter of Balance, and it teaches people who have fell how to overcome that fear.
Really?
Because if you have a fear of falling, you are going to more likely sit on your bottom.
Right.
You start losing the muscle strength, and you're at a higher risk of falling.
Right.
That fear makes you more vulnerable to fall.
And the lack of mobility. Absolutely. So you teach that class. You see, this is what I'm talking about.
And I've got we got 3 other instructors. We got one that's up in J, one that's, then we have 2 that's in Milton, along with me. And we teach in Navarre, we teach in Baghdad, teach in Milton.
Wow, she's everywhere.
Everywhere.
You've got the whole Gulf Coast covered.
We cover the whole county.
Really?
So we're in Santa Rosa County, we cover that whole county. We go all the way from the state line to the Gulf Coast. And and then on top of our programs, we have instructors at the center that come in and teach yoga and chair yoga. We've got a strength and balance class.
Really?
To help seniors. And there's usually close to 50 people that come into that strength and balance class. That's a free class. The yoga
so when you're doing the strength and balance, what are you doing, stand up on one leg?
No, this is actually, they do everything. They use a chair, and then they do stand-ups and sit-downs. They stand and they do arm strengthening, shoulder strengthening, core exercises.
That's great.
But it is a very good exercise program.
Absolutely.
You will come out of there knowing you've exercised.
You go feel
but
it.
the guy that teaches us is a personal trainer. He's also an insurance agent.
Okay.
But he takes, and he is very high energy. He is very much loved by our seniors, and they get a lot out of it. We've got people that, we've had people actually come in wheelchairs and do this class. Of course, they can't stand to do part of it.
Of course not, but they can do the upper
He'll
part.
show them how to do it from that chair.
Exactly. But you see, when you do stuff like that, though, I believe that when you give and you got people that you're reaching out to, with what you're doing, you can feel the love, and that's what causes people to return. If you got people that's not going to come back, then they're going to say it was something that they didn't feel comfortable with doing it to keep them away from it.
Right.
And when a person, I was talking to Mr. Hole, he worked with Alzheimer's here, and he was saying to us, he said, everybody thinks just because you forget one thing, if you put it down, but if you got to use it, otherwise you're going to lose it.
That's right.
So keep active. Keep your mind flowing. When you retire, he said that's what it happens a lot. When you retire, this, okay, I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to sit here. But with the activities that you've got going on, I mean, this is what keeps them, just because there's a little snow, come on.
We have, last month, our records show we had 525 individual seniors that come into that program.
500?
It's a big center.
That's a big place. That's
We
a big
are
number.
overflowing. I mean, we don't have it. We need to double the size or triple the size of the building. They play pickleball there.
What is that?
It is. I don't know how to explain it to you.
I mean,
Pickleball. You've never seen pickleball?
No.
It's played with a mallet and a whipple ball, and it's a cross between ping pong and tennis. And it is one of the fastest growing activities for all
hot
ages.
right now. Right, yeah.
Is it like what Forrest Gump? Pop, pop. I mean, you see, I watch TV, right?
That's ping pong.
Yeah, that's ping pong. But and it's played. You can put 3 courts on a basketball court.
Okay.
And it's played with a low net, just a little bit lower than a tennis net. And but you play with 2 people on each side, and similar rules.
I've never heard of pickleball.
Oh, it's a huge. It's
huge.
It's huge right now.
Really?
Everybody's doing all
They
ages.
they do it 4 days a week at the center.
Yeah.
It's that popular. So everybody wants to play this. But it's mobility.
Very
and
active.
focused.
Right.
And they play ping pong at the center as well. And they have groups that play cards. And
Music.
yeah, and we have our picking and grinning, what we call picking and grinning on Friday. Every other Tuesday they do Tunes on Tuesday, where picking and grinning is all acoustic stuff. The Tunes on Tuesday is electric guitars and things like that.
So somebody's playing. I mean, you have this music recorded, somebody playing.
No,
they're playing.
We have about
Instruments?
15, about 15 different musicians come in and play, and we have somewhere between 20 and 50 people come in and watch it.
Really? Oh, we just a picking and a grinning playing pickleball. Is that,
Well, they play pickleball in the mornings. They do this in the afternoon.
Right.
I've got to look up pickleball because I don't understand. I've never played pickleball.
Oh yeah. I've never played it, but it's a huge thing. It's happening
Really?
right now.
And when we come back, we're going to talk about even the other side of Samantha, because she does so much. I want to talk about her real estate side, so that, give that part out there as well, because you do a lot. And seniors need to know that you're there.
Absolutely.
To help them,
100%.
even with their real estate issues.
100%.
We'll be back with more right here with Faye and Samantha on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
In our democracy, your vote matters. Make your voice heard. Get registered. Seek out reliable reporting on the candidates and issues, and vote on or before November 5th. Visit vote411.org. This message is furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Watch a new episode of Crime Stoppers, Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m. Hosted by Sergeant Melanie Peterson and David Craig. Your tips may be eligible for a cash reward, featuring items about officer training, various aspects of police work, and crime prevention information. You'll hear about upcoming family-friendly engagement events as well. Don't miss Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m.
Keeping your family healthy can be complicated. Baptist makes it better with trusted primary care doctors for the whole family and trusted specialists at convenient locations throughout the region ready to care for you. All when you need us most. Let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services is a one-stop shop because you can come get your windshield replaced, and right behind that replacement at the same appointment, we will calibrate the cameras, and when you leave, everything's ready to go. There's no need to go to the dealership, or there's no need to come back for another appointment. We just take care of it at one time. We put the customer first, and we strive to do everything right the first time.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services, your one-stop shop with same-day service.
Oh, crap. Oh, well, let me tell you what I was doing, people. I was fixing my earpiece, okay? Faye had told me, she said, wait, your earpiece behind your hair, your chair over the gate, it's showing again. Thank you, Faye. You see, we connected already. She's helping me try to look cute.
Real talk.
I mean, real talk. But thank you, Faye. Look, for looking out. But look, let's go back. We were talking with Samantha when we were off camera about the things also that you do with the real estate. You even with assisted living, even with families, how they need to be a part of to learn how to handle these things. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, there's also dementia groups, and they have them at the senior center as well. So people that have dementia or Alzheimer's and their caregivers don't know what to do, or they need assistance, any kind of help. So if they reach out to the senior center, they can go to those groups too. There's so many different groups all around Pensacola.
What's the phone number that they can call?
You can contact, do you know the senior center? Not the senior center. I'm lost right now.
Bless
it. Excuse me. I did.
Give our program a call.
Oh, call the program number.
At 850-983-5220. And we'll connect you with 983. 5220.
5220. Okay. 850-983. 5220. That's okay, Samantha. It happens. You know. Wait a minute. Let me say this. Now I'm going to take this back to what we're doing this weekend. You know, sometimes when you go in, you have that moment. You'll say, "I was going to do this and everything. What did I go in here for?"
It went right out the window. Everything right out the window.
But that was a good analogy, right? Listen, when we were thinking, she's like, "Well, what that was?" So now we were talking about that, even with people that remember, that does not mean that she has Alzheimer's. No. That does not mean that, okay? Because I walk in the room and say, "Ooh, now what did I go in there for?"
100%.
But she went like, but it's okay. But there are people who are experiencing that.
100%.
And they do not know what to do. That's going to be at this expo as well, right?
Right.
And it seems like from what I saw in the video, it looks like so much activity is going to be so much fun. It's fun, but yet finding the information that's so prevalent to the families today. And I got to say this to you, Faye, to get up every day, to go into that center, to do what you do, go out, teach classes. I mean, to be there to make sure people are, get to where they need to be. I think that deserves a great big ha 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 for you.
I'm blessed.
Yes.
I get to go into work and do stuff, get paid for something that I would do as a volunteer.
That's right.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and to see how much you care, because you've got it all. It's just rattling off the things. You know what I'm saying? And you explain it so well, even down to the pickleball. That I haven't. When I see you again, I'm gonna tell you about pickleball. I'm gonna play it.
You have to come out to our center.
I'm gonna have to
there
play
you go. Come out to the center and play it.
But I just want to say to you, because it takes patience, it takes care, number one, to do what you do. And I say that I can see that there's a lot of care within you and Samantha to step out on faith. And I believe it takes faith to do anything to be successful. to do what you do for the people who are in need of it in Santa Rosa County, and continue to do what you do.
Well, it's not what we do; it's what our volunteers do.
Amen. Oh, the volunteers, we got to give them a great big. Yeah, because it takes volunteers to make a lot of things be.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do any of this by myself.
Absolutely.
No, it's a team.
So
it's teamwork.
It's just like we have this expo on Friday. Monday afternoon, we've got a group that's going out to Feeding the Gulf Coast, and they're going to be boxing food for seniors. Yes, boxing food for seniors that will be shipped out to other counties. It's not even being shipped here.
Really? So how often do you do that?
We do it at least once a month.
Right.
If they need us more often than that, they call us. But we usually do 200 to 240 boxes in a 2-hour period. We put it on like it's a assembly line. Everybody puts their stuff in, we pack it up, and they're ready to ship it out.
But you know, with the economy how it is today, and a lot of people are going through some stressful times, and even down to the fact of affording food. When you go into the supermarket now, so avocado costs you $1.50 just for an avocado. I mean, but the fact of it is that you're doing that, so therefore you're not reaching out to touch just one area. You're touching everything, even down to the food that's on the table.
And they're sending food to Holmes, Bay, and Walton counties. I believe Escambia County's starting to get some of this that's being sent out.
Okay, so let me ask you. Okay, now when you say sent out, is somebody there from the center delivering?
No, they deliver it to a location in their county.
Okay,
and then it's handed out, and it's all delivered to seniors that are on low income and need that. There's 30 meals in this box.
Oh wow! So you're getting everything that you need on the table. You got your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and a snack.
There's usually a couple of boxes of cereal in the box. There's like 8 cans of vegetables, 3 cans of fruit, a couple of cans of canned
healthy
meat,
foods,
peanut butter, beans, rice or pastas. Yeah, it's all healthy foods. FDA
approved.
Approves these boxes.
Absolutely. I mean, this is great. I can't believe that we're missing out, because I mean, like, that is good that you're doing this, and the fact that I look at the combination here of what we have, a lady that's out there doing her thing with real estate, but then you found a way to connect, to help even with people that are in need, and then you've connected with the center and with Faye, and look at I just think God, he's great.
We brought her on our board last.
Oh yeah, I'm on the board now too. I love it. I love it.
Oh, excellent, excellent. But doesn't how that make you feel? Doesn't that make you feel great that you can do something for somebody and keep going in the career that you've chosen?
Yeah, I love it, because they're not alone. And they think that they're alone, and it's no. I have 4 children, and I have babies.
That's right.
And that's their grandparents too.
Absolutely.
So we take care of each other, and we're here as a family. I had a lady just call me the other day at 4 in the morning saying she needed assistance to go to the hospital because she didn't want to call the community. So I reached out to the community.
The phone.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't have family, so I become their family, and it's okay, Call me anytime.
Now that speaks volumes that you will accept a call at 4 o'clock in the morning to get up, to assist someone and get into the hospital because there's no one there.
Right.
And I want the younger generation to hear this. When your parents, or your grandparents, reach that age, you think about what they've done for you to raise. Don't just leave them there.
No.
To continue to love on them, because I believe that, I don't know where I read this, but you're twice a child. And when that parent gets to that age, don't walk out on them.
Right.
They're the one that wiped your butt, fed you, stayed up all night when you had a stomach ache. So don't leave them.
Right.
But the fact of it is, in cases where there are people who feel so all alone, the fact that Faye and you to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, that says something, that speaks volumes right there. And we want to encourage everybody. This event is going to take place on Friday because the weather's going to clear up. It's going to be fine. I just know it. Meteorologist Sonshine talking now, okay? Look, Faye laughed at that one.
Oh, that's cute.
So we're praying there's no rain at all Friday morning.
Absolutely. I hope
we have had this expo one year where we were under tornado warnings. And of course, seniors stayed at home, until about 10:30, the weather cleared, and all of a sudden that center was packed. In March, we do this expo twice a year. We do one in September and one in March.
In March, right? I saw that.
The March expo, we run out of parking.
And there's a lot of parking there.
You're gonna run out of parking this week, because because I'm sure the word is out there now that you did it in March, and now you're coming back again in September.
And we've got about 10 to 15 new vendors that have never been in this coming in this year.
Well, attraction, see, it's growing because there's something that's good. Everybody want to be a part of something that's good, that's beneficial to health.
We've even got mental health coming in this year.
Mental health, we kind of touched on that, and I'm not a doctor yet.
Not yet.
A meteorologist. But however, I've talked to a lot of people with mental health, how it affects, and with the thing that sometimes if you've got someone that's going to be there, there's a stigma there about mental health anyway. So we don't want to educate people to get over that. Again, I say knowledge is power, and if you're going to continue to think one way instead of accepting the truth of what it is, it's okay. And to go out to sit and talk to somebody, because that's what it is. Sometimes what we need is to get that out that we're holding on the inside.
Yeah, we've got to get rid of the stigmas for mental health, because keeping those people thinking it's wrong to have a problem causes more suicide.
Exactly.
And we want to get rid of that altogether.
Absolutely.
Families should not ever have to deal with a suicide.
I agree.
And so if we get rid of the stigmas for people asking for help, then that number's going to come way down.
I agree with you 100%. We're going to talk more about mental health and some of the things that we've learned, but we're going to take a break right now, come back, because this is such a fantastic conversation, encouraging you as well to be ready for a Friday morning, 8 o'clock in the a.m. and it's only going to be from 8 until noon, so you need to be there. We're going to give you the address when we return right here on Sunshine's Corner.
I just remembered it's election day. Are you going to vote?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have time today.
Millions of eligible voters in America never make it to the polls or even register to vote. When you don't vote, you're letting other people make decisions for you and pick the things your taxes will pay for. Voting is more than a civic duty. It gives you a voice about the priorities and the future of your community and our nation. Voting gives you a seat at the table.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
The Reesburg Institute, Pensacola's ear, nose, throat, and voice center. We welcome you to visit us at our convenient Davis Highway location in Pensacola. At the Reesburg Institute, we offer the most advanced treatment available in a calm, stress-free environment. Since 2014, we've performed over 1,000 cases in office of balloon sinus surgery, as well as septoplasty and nasal procedures using oral sedation. The in-office procedures result in a faster healing time. Visit us and feel the difference.
Hello, my name is Eric, and this was my first visit to Little John's. The selection, the pricing here, and the customer service were outstanding. I would definitely recommend. The staff was very friendly, and they'll get you what you need.
Hi, this is John with Little John's Big and Tall here in Pensacola, Florida at 5700 North Davis Highway. Check us out at littlejohnsbigandtall.com, where we can take care of you with extra large up to 14X and large tall to 6X tall.
Well, welcome back to the hottest spot in town. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to be totally transparent with you. I'm still trying to learn how to play pickleball, okay? I was talking with Faye, and she said it's like standing on the table.
And playing pickleball. So you're playing with a bigger ball.
I'm playing with a bigger ball. I got to find out more about this game. But look, Samantha, tell me about your real estate. I mean, the company you do, the company you're with, and tell me more about that personality that goes out there and says, hey, look, I'll come on, let me find your home for you.
Yes. So I'm with Remax Infinity in Pace. And Jason McGuire's the broker out there, a fantastic brokerage. And he helped me just structure my business and take off with it. And I absolutely love it with my seniors and getting out there and getting them involved and understanding what I do and how I assist. Even with so many different avenues of how I can work with my seniors. So yeah, I love it.
I think that is so great how you took your career and now you've created this because your title reads, let's see what it is, Samantha. She's a senior real estate specialist and a senior advisor with the assisted living location.
Locators.
Locators. So when you say locators, you explain that to me.
Okay, so assisted living locators is, I have my Remax Infinity, and that's the real estate. The senior assisted living locators, that's the placement agency that I work with as well. So I partnered up with both of them. And
smart.
So correct. So if anybody needs to place their seniors, if I need to help them with Alzheimer's or just independent living, I can just go to the communities, and I'm already involved with all the communities in town for assisted living. And then why don't I just sell their house at the same time? And if you need an estate sale, we can do estate sale and just do one-stop shop. Clean it, prep it, and get it ready for turnover and ready to go. And sometimes I can do a show. If they're in their community and they can't make it out to their home, I just show them on their phone, like, hey, do you want any of this stuff? And I can bring some of your furniture over to your house or most of valuable belongings back to you.
Right.
And then the rest of my team can take over and get it ready for the staging for the estate sale.
So you can sell the furniture, the stuff?
Everything. Correct.
Really? Excellent.
Correct. Yeah.
That's got to be fun too, because I guarantee you have run up on some very beautiful stuff.
Unbelievably gorgeous stuff. Yes. All of their belongings.
You
but
know,
all of that's their belongings. So we sell it, get it all ready, and then all that money goes back to them. So it's, and then we turn over, get the house ready to put it back on the market and sell it.
Excellent. You know, with me who love to go out and buy, I couldn't do that because I would say, oh, I just love that. Oh, I love that. You know?
Yeah, my kids are like, Mommy, and I'm like, no. No.
Oh my God, I gotta back off. Let me finish this job. Like, oh, but I want that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can walk into some homes and you see such beautiful items.
Stunning.
I mean, antique furniture that's just you can't find anymore, and it's so heavy. You bump into it. It's you know, great stuff, and that's a good thing that you do. So you're taking all of that stress off of them.
Correct. Yep.
And
then I have people that come in and they price it out for exactly what it, and even if they want it, well, I actually want that to be priced for that. Oh, well, it's your belongings, so we'll price it for what you want it to be.
Absolutely.
So we have antique dealers that come out, and we actually really price everything out.
That's great stuff.
Yeah, I have a full team that does all the estate sales for me.
Absolutely, and I tell you, man, good thing I don't work with you. I'd have my garage full.
Oh, really? Do you want my number now?
When are you doing this estate sale, girl?
Yeah, really.
But listen, I tell you what, let's talk about this now. The location, let's talk about where the location is. Because believe it or not, can you believe we've talked an hour already?
No.
Yes, it has.
This is fantastic.
Fantastic. Now, Friday, the location?
We're at the Clyde L. Gracie Community Center at 5629 Byram Street in Milton. And for people who don't know where that's at, that is the street that runs directly behind Milton High School.
Okay.
We're 2 blocks north of Milton High School. We're right next to Rhodes Elementary School.
Okay. 8 o'clock in the morning. So you are going to set up Friday night. Thursday night.
We'll set up, vendors can start coming in at 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. We have bingo.
Say 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll go.
No, we have bingo on Thursday afternoon. It ends at about 3. We shuffle the people out of bingo, and we get the room ready for the expo. And then I stay there at the expo because we have people that bring in stuff and there's kids in and out of the thing.
Of course.
So to keep the kids out of the gym, I stay there until they close the doors.
Really?
At 8 o'clock. And then I'm back there about 6:15, and we open the doors for our vendors at 6:30.
Okay, do you get any sleep? Very little.
sleep.
No, she sleeps 2 or 3 hours a day. That's it. Yeah.
I've had 7 hours sleep since last Wednesday.
What?
So I do not
around
sleep.
as a zombie.
I do not sleep. So I go sometimes 3-4 days without sleep, which is really a blessing when it comes to dealing with the shelters and stuff like that when we do have storms, because I'm there 24/7 during a storm. And I don't need to sleep, so.
You're good.
I'm good.
I'll be walking around. What did you say?
Yeah, really. Write that down.
The 5th day after I start getting that way, about 5 days into night.
Then you have to take and lie down and get it going, right? Well, let me say this much for you guys. I tell you, I am so glad that we've made this connection, that we can continue to keep this type of information going out that's so valuable in our community. I want to really commend you on the hours that you put in. That's because you care from the heart, and it takes that. It takes that.
You have to have a servant's heart to do
You
the
got
job
it.
I've got.
And you got it. And thank you. And Samantha, you're the girl.
Call me.
No, thank you for like when you called me, thank you so much. I could just hear it in your voice, your personality. You were easy to talk to.
Yeah.
And now that we've really connected, the both of you, we've got that line now that nobody can break.
That's right.
Nobody. Thank you guys for coming in, okay?
Thanks for having us.
Of course, and you will be back. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe that the hour has gone by so quickly, but yet that it has. Don't forget now, you can call 850-983-5220 to find more information about this expo that's coming up on Friday. Beware and keep your eyes on the weather. We never know how these hurricanes or what they're planning to do, so be prepared. I've got to go, and I'll leave you as I do every day. Never lose your focus. Always remember to keep God first in whatever you do. Handle your situation like that, and I'll guarantee you this. You're going to be a total success. Until 9 o'clock in the a.m., know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you in Milton on Friday. Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.